Hello and welcome to Goodyear Airship Operations. You're about to experience a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But before we board the Goodyear Blimp, there's a few rules that we need to go over for your safety and for the safety of the Goodyear crew.
The gondola cabin is not pressurized, and the temperature inside the gondola will be the same as the outside temperature while in flight. We'll be cruising at an altitude of 1,500 feet, and there can be a slight breeze inside the cabin. We strongly advise that you dress in layers so you may remain comfortable throughout the duration of your flight. We request that you leave all loose articles such as purses, backpacks, and anything not essential to your flight in your locked vehicle. This will make the flight more enjoyable for you and your fellow passengers who will share limited space. Leaving behind loose articles will also ensure your safety and the safety of the Goodyear ground crew when boarding and disembarking from the Goodyear Blimp. Footwear is required at all times, and we strongly suggest shoes with good support and traction. Sandals, flip-flops, open-toed shoes, and high heels are not permitted aboard the Goodyear Blimp. This rule is in place for your safety, and no exceptions are permitted. Your flight may last as long as an hour. Please use the restroom before your scheduled boarding time. In order to keep the Goodyear Blimp clean and safe for the crew and passengers, food and beverages are not permitted on board at any time. Cell phones and other wireless devices must be turned off or placed in airplane mode. Devices in airplane mode may be used as a camera during flight. For your safety during boarding, we suggest you wait until you're on board before taking any pictures or videos. Once you're outside waiting to board the airship, a pilot will go over a safety briefing with you. It's important to listen to your pilot at all times to ensure a safe boarding process. Generally, passengers will board the Goodyear Blimp after it lands from a previous flight. The boarding ladder is restricted to one passenger at a time. Depending on where the airship lands, you'll need to be alert in case it shifts in position due to prevailing winds. Your pilot will guide you accordingly, so pay close attention and listen to their directions. Once you have boarded, please take the seat you're directed to, even if it isn't where you want to sit. This is for balancing the gondola when it's on the ground. Once in flight, you'll have the opportunity to switch seats with the other passengers at the pilot's discretion. Once you're seated, please find your seat belt and secure it. The seat belt should ride low and snugly across the hips. When the airship reaches altitude and levels off, the pilot will turn off the seatbelt sign. Feel free to move about the cabin and talk to the pilots, who can answer your questions about how the airship operates and what you're seeing. Please be aware that the airship acts like a boat in the ocean. While moving about the cabin, please grab the handrails on the left and right side of the ceiling for your support. The clearest pictures are taken from the windows at the exit doors. However, we ask that you never put your hands or cameras outside the gondola at any time during your flight. We invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight. Once the blimp lands, you'll need to stay seated until a pilot or crew member directs you to depart the airship. You must exit the airship facing forward on the stairs. Jumping off the stairs, whether off the top step or the bottom step, is strictly prohibited. Doing so could result in serious injury to you or the ground crew. Once you're safely on the ground, follow the crew member or pilot's instructions as they guide you away from the Goodyear Blimp. Please refrain from taking photos or video at this time until a pilot or crew member states that you may do so. Once everyone on your flight has disembarked, you'll be taken back to the blimp hangar for the conclusion of your flight.
Traveling in the Goodyear Blimp can be a fun and safe experience, but we have these rules for your safety, the safety of your fellow passengers, and the safety of the Goodyear crews. And we want to thank you for coming out today to fly on the Goodyear Blimp.